and I felt like someone was watching me.
Oh,
When I turned to my sister's bed, she woke up, and I screamed. 2 heads hovered in the air.
Oh, that! What's up, guys? Welcome back to another scary story animation. If you guys want more creepy stories, let us know. But
listen, who are you fading today? That's the real question. Who are we running fades with? So, who are we fading? Who are we pressing today?
For you guys, we want to distract you from No Nut November, so we're gonna give you some scary stories to be scared.
We're gonna press No Nut November?
Yeah, we're gonna press No Nut November itself.
I'm down.
So let's get right into the scary stories.
Where's the nuts though?
Chill.
Y'all ever look at nuts for about 2 hours and realize they're kind of weird?
Too much information.
The ghost in my friend's flat.
This incident
The earth
took
is
place
flat?
in
Told you.
Dubai when I was
Kind of
10.
hard.
I used to go to my friend's apartment to play with him at the time of vacation.
Ooh.
One day, as usual, I went to his room to play.
Wait, how does that?
After playing
What?
for a long time, I went to the bathroom. While I was washing my face off and other things suddenly
Why was he
started
washing
to
his
fall
face
down.
off?
I was surprised. I thought maybe it was because of wind, but when I checked the surroundings, I found out there wasn't any window in the bathroom. I got out and told my friend the incident. He told me that there's a ghost in his room. I freaked out. At first, I didn't believe.
How do you live in a room with a ghost?
Then next,
You just,
his
like,
mother
you know,
and father
roommates
explained the
and shit?
paranormal activities which had taken place there since they moved into that place.
They'll move out.
His father was
Nah.
making a burrito in the kitchen
That's
one day.
what the
and
f is
suddenly
that?
a call
It's not a
came for him.
burrito.
He kept the burrito on the stove and attended the call. After attending the call, when he came back, he was surprised to find out that the burrito was burning down in flames from the stove. But he said he was definitely sure that he hadn't turned on the stove yet.
Brett, I think you just forgot.
Yeah, for real.
Suddenly, she felt as if someone was choking her by holding her throat from behind, and she fled out of the kitchen with a scream. The same day, while they were sleeping,
Oh yeah,
at
you should
night,
move.
They heard sounds from the bathroom.
Or press the ghost.
And when they checked it out, they found all the things, such as bottles of toilet cleaner and other things, had been scattered inside the bathroom. And that story made me suddenly freeze. This was the exact same incident which occurred to me. They had called some group of ghost hunters and did some
Yo,
sort of
Chad.
rituals, and found out that 2 people had been murdered by someone.
So
To know if this was
hell?
true, they went to the flat owner, and he said just the same thing like the ghost hunters, and apologized for giving them this room. They moved out the next day after my
Thank
visit
God.
to their house. Well, to this day, I still wonder what would have happened to me if I had stayed there for some more time.
Yo, is it the grudge now? I don't get it.
I don't mess with ghosts, fool. I do not mess
Fool,
with.
just press the ghost. Just press
My
the
I
ghost.
go
name is
ghost.
Max. I live in the center of the city now. But a few years back, I lived in an old house on a somewhat sketchy street. But that doesn't mean I was poor.
He lived in
The
Compton.
house was ugly from outside, and it was built
Jesus.
before World War II.
Okay, what the f was
Clean,
that?
warm, and cozy inside. Although many people died in it there.
Okay
I
then.
always
So it's
believed
not
in
warm,
ghosts
clean, warm, and
because
cozy.
of all the weird incidents that happened. Like one time, at night, me and my mom were sitting in a room. It was pitch black outside the room we sat in. Suddenly, we heard someone was tripping over, falling in the kitchen. We also heard things like plates fall down and shatter. But when we walked outside, nothing was there. Everything was in its place, and we were so scared about what was going on.
Yo,
Years
chill.
later,
Rambo's
I had
in the
a
house.
dream. Me and my mom were walking down a path.
Okay, you just had a
and
lucid
suddenly
dream.
we stopped, and I
Lucid
heard a voice
dreams?
saying, "Bridge."
Juice World?
I felt something knocking on my back 3 times, and I
Ugh.
woke up scared. Nothing was there, so I didn't think of it that much and went back to sleep. However, after that night, this dream appeared again and again. The voice said various things that I don't remember, and one time it said something about my mom's death. It always ended with something knocking on my back 3 times.
The
It was creepy. One time,
That
me
is
and my
pretty
mom
creepy.
sat in a room and talked about ghosts, and I told her about what I'd been dreaming. Mom went silent for a second, and she confided in me that once she was sitting with a friend, and he said something not too nice to her, just for fun. She got angry and screamed, "Shut up," in a male voice. And she didn't remember that.
What the
When
heck?
she described the voice, it reminded me that the voice sounded just like the voice in my dreams. In 2017, she passed away because of cancer. She died in the same room, in the same house where I got those nightmares. After that, I moved out to another place a few years ago. So I don't live in that house anymore. But I still believe in ghosts, that they exist, and they are real.
That is creepy as heck. Okay, that was a little bit too creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a little bit too creepy.
The creepy stalker.
Oh no, hey
On
stalker.
Saturday at
Bro, listen, just
11:30
press the
a.m.,
stalker.
I invited my
Who's that?
friend Sophia to come
Press
to my
that
house. Just
I'll
a
press them,
general
fool.
hangout.
Trust me.
She came to my house at 12:25 and everything was going normal when we was talking in my room. As we were hungry then, we decided to go out, so we bought some snacks and walked to the park, which is next to the shops.
Sounds kind of chill.
When we about to leave from the park and just walked across the road, I saw a white car. I thought it was passing by.
Kind of looks like your old car.
Oh, the first one I had?
He was almost 35.
What the heck?
Oh, we know who bought it then, huh?
Oh my
He
god.
asked me, "Are you okay?" With a
Yo.
perverted grin.
This man looks like he's
Then
on drugs.
He said to me, come here, I want to talk to you." And I said no, while looking at the back seat of the car to see if he has anyone with him that will harm us. But luckily, he didn't. The guy said, "Please, I want to talk to you," while he was licking his fingers and staring at me. Then he
Yo.
made such a nasty hand gesture. I felt very
This
angry
fool.
and disgusted.
That fool's
Sophia
hard.
whispered to me,
He knows what he
"Let's
wants."
Go. He's a creep." As me and my friend walked away from the car and went to a different path, which is next to the shops, he followed us
What
and
the
parked
heck?
next to me again. Then
Yo.
saying, "Why won't you speak to me? Come on, speak to me. Come here, please." Out of anger, I yelled and said, "Leave me alone, you weirdo." Then we saw him with a very evil and perverted smile. I grabbed Sophia's arm and ran inside the shop and hiding. I was calling my other friend Jahim and told him briefly what's going on.
Not the
He
cops.
kept saying, "Call the police," but I thought it would be alright.
Calling
A
Jahim.
few more minutes later, we left the shop and walked on the same path as that was the quickest way to go to my home. We thought everything was okay until she turned around and screamed, "He's following us!" There was
Jesus
the same
Christ.
white car. So scared. My legs were shaking as we ran, and while I was running, I told Jahim on the phone, "He's following us!" and then said, "Go to the spider park." It was a small park that no car can park as there was houses around and which was right next to my house. I shouted, "Sophia, hide!" She hid behind the wall while I was hiding another place.
Why?
As a result, the
Knowledge.
guy was still following but couldn't find us. He was roaming around the area. When he disappeared, we went towards the park from a small gate and finally went back to my place. Once we arrived home, I told my family everything that happened and phoned the police, but the police didn't do anything about it. They just said, "We will use it as intel and update you, but we can't do anything right now," which made us feel so sad. However, the most scary thing came up next by Sophia, who reminded me suddenly about the incident I've told her a week ago. She said, "What if it is the same guy?" I said, "What do you mean?" Then she said, "You know, when you told me about the guy who knocked on your window while you was trying to sleep?" My mind froze. It was 3:00 a.m. in the morning. Luckily, I had curtains so he wouldn't see me, but I never forget the moment looking at the end of the curtain where the window was showing clearly and seeing a guy arm knocking on my window. I remember rubbing my eyes to make sure that I wasn't imaging some demons, but
Fool,
no matter
just standing
how much
there.
I rubbed my eyes, the figure of the mysterious guy arm was still there. From that day on, I just stayed in my room feeling very scared for about 2 weeks. What if he was the same guy knocking on my window?
Then move.
Move.
Something terrible just happened at my house.
Oh,
Taco Tuesdays happened at my house.
Taco
When I was
Tuesday.
7, I had a really scary experience that I will never forget.
Do it again.
I got up at 8 a.m.
That's
as
cool.
usual. But as I
That's
stood
that
up,
one fool that was knocking
I
on the
noticed
window.
something was different. It was very cold, and I felt like someone was watching me.
Oh,
When I turned to my sister's bed, she woke up, and I screamed. 2 heads hovered in the air. One of a
that?
long,
What
dark
the
hair,
Oh,
green eyes.
heck no.
The other of a bald older man with blue eyes. I screamed again and ran to my mother. I told her what happened and saw some man at the door. I can't recall what he looked like, but I screamed and hugged my mother when I saw him. I was crying at this point, and she looked at me as I pointed to the door, not explaining why. She instantly knew what I was upset about, and she spoke in the direction of the door. I don't know what she said. I was just too scared to listen, and all I wanted was to be somewhere else.
What the
Something like this happened to me again, until I was 13. I was coming from my friend's house and was really tired. I went to my room, turned the lights off, and went to bed. At 4 a.m., I suddenly woke up without a reason. When I looked at the door, I saw my mother looking at my sister. She had lifeless eyes, which reminded me of the incident that happened when I was 7 years old. The heads had the same lifeless eyes as my mother, except her eyes were red and just looked evil.
What the
I knew it wasn't my mom. I hid under the blanket, praying that the thing would just go away. When I looked up, it was still there. I prayed again. Then it vanished. I mean, literally vanished. I saw it with my own eyes. That thing grew fainter and fainter until I couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah.
When it was
I was
gone,
moving
I ran to
and
my
dipped
parents
it.
and
Just
explained
fade,
what
bro.
happened.
Just run some fades.
They believed me and said that if I couldn't go to sleep, I could watch TV or just stay up. I thanked them and went to the living room. Now, I'm 14, and I talked to my mother about the incident that happened 7 years ago. And when I told her what the heads looked like, she seemed very surprised and confused. When I asked her what was wrong, she told me that the description I gave perfectly matched that of my dead grandparents. I don't know if they were really my grandparents, or who that man on the door was.
Alright, that's some creepy stuff. Alright guys, we're gonna stop it there. Hope you guys enjoy these creepy, scary stories. So we'll keep you guys from no November. So hope you guys did enjoy.
November.
Oh yeah. So did you guys get scared? Let us know down in the comments. And yo, fool, if I saw any ghosts, I'm
press them.
straight dipping.
Just press them if you're hard.
Nah, I could be Sonic, fool. I'd be hell out of there.
Press.
So if you guys want to see more scary stories, let us know down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and we will see you guys again tomorrow. So like always,